Started.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Let's sit tall on our chair and notice what we brought to our chair. Today we will work on joint mobility, beginning class first with centering. So as you sit tall on your chair, let's notice the bottoms of the feet. Notice what you can notice and perhaps what you can't. Visualize a lens like the shutter of an old-fashioned camera in the center of both your arches. And that shutter is open. Visualize it open. And our bottoms of our feet then become the opening of a straw, and our legs are a hollow tube. And so is our torso. And we're drawing breath in our imagination through the bottoms of our feet, up the tubes of our legs, into our torso. And the exhale, the breath is draining out our torso, down our legs, out the bottoms of our feet. Kind of like we have two little blowholes in the bottoms of our feet. Visualizing the breath coming in and up, and the exhale down and out. It doesn't matter how far up the visualization goes. Have it make sense and feel as natural as possible. Grounding breath and centering breath. It can be your natural breath. You can stretch it out longer and deeper. So there's lots of options, whatever feels right for you right now. Mindful breathing. Let's take three more breaths in and out of the feet. Awesome. Let's add arms. Inhale, reach up. Flip the palms down on the exhale as hands float down. Feel the space, take up space. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale. If the breath is not matching the movement, don't worry about it, please. It simply becomes more of a moving meditation when we get to that point, but it still certainly can be moving meditation when our breath is not matched to our movement. One more breath. I'm so happy you're all here. I'm so thankful we can gather together and do yoga. Hands on the lap, let's cat and cow, arching the spine, the belly and the chest reach forward, the chin lifts, and then pull the belly back. The chin drops, the shoulders roll forward, we round the back. Keep alternating between the cat and the cow. Pausing at the extremes for the first few. And if that feels good, keep doing that. Feeling the extreme arch, the extreme rounding, or moving into more of a flow, like the spine is a ripple of a wave. Flexing, extending, nice and smoothly. Maybe noticing the different parts not so smoothly. So good for our nervous system, cat and cow. It's also called wheel chakravakasana. Rounding our spine. Sitting up nice and tall now, seated mountain. Let's lift the left arm and reach over to the right side. Stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, and lift. Come on back to center. Change sides. Stretch, 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 and lift, stretch and lift. Come on back to center. And now we will work dynamically. Inhale to reach both arms up. Exhale to separate the hands, stretch up and over. Come on up and move to the other side. Doing your best to feel grounded down through the feet and a lift through the hands and the top of the head. So we're very connected to the floor, but we're reaching for the ceiling. Dynamic half moon. I like to see that not all of you are reaching your arms up high over the head. You're honoring your shoulder joint. The other options to keeping hands low is keeping the hands on the shoulders and lifting elbows. Or hands on waist. If hands on shoulders is too much for the shoulders, hands on waist, and we lift through the head, the top of the head. Same thing, different ways to do it. Same benefits. Let's pause in middle. Press the thumb and first finger together and make it so that the nail bed turns white. And pinch. And then let that go. Press the thumb and middle finger together. Make some white areas on your nail bed. And then the ring finger. Let it go, then the pinky. Let it go. Stretch it out. Stretch the fingers wide. And then relax in between. We're stretching the fingers all the way to the webbing, wide and then relax, wide and relax, wide and relax. It's one of the best things we can do for wrist strength, finger flexibility, and arthritis. It helps the carpal tunnel open. Couple more. If your hands get tired, shake them out. Give your hand a little massage with the other hand. Good. Tuck the thumbs in now. Wrap the fingers and circle the wrists. Nice and slow. Big circles. Change directions. Happy wrists, happy wrists. Reach the right arm out, flip the palm up, and point the fingers down, like you're Spider-Man and you're shooting the web out of the right heel of the hand. The left hand can help the fingers draw down and back, stretching the bottom of the wrist, the forearm a little bit more. And you get to decide how much it wants. Okay, shake that out. Left hand shoots the spider web, and then the right hand can help the fingers stay down, maybe pull back a little bit. Breathe. Good. Shake that out. Shake it out like your hands are wet and you're shaking the water off. Good. Hands rest on lap. Let's tuck the chin to chest. And then lift the chin. Face looks to the ceiling. 8 times. Tuck the chin to chest. Looking up to the ceiling. Please go slow. Feel the range of motion. Find the biggest range of motion for your neck. The neck is a joint, a very mobile joint. Can go in all sorts of directions. I said 8, and I'm not counting. I have no idea how many this is. Oh, I used to be a counter. Okay, head on straight. Let's lower one ear towards that shoulder. Maybe reach out with the opposite hand. That might be too much. If it's too much, leave the hand on the lap. And then let's place the hand back on the lap, head on straight. Other side. Go slow, heavy head. Maybe reaching out with the other hand. All right, if the hand is out, return it. And now we're tick-tocking the head, nice and slow. Ear towards shoulder, up in the center, lengthen, ear towards other shoulder. One more time, each side. Next time your head is on straight, slide the head back a little bit and roll the shoulders back. We're sliding it directly back. We're not lifting the chin. The chin stays parallel to the floor. We're sliding the head back. It's as if you were laying down in bed, face up, and you're pressing the back of the head into your pillow. It would be that action, which I highly recommend. When you lay down in bed, press the head back in the pillow without lifting the chin. We don't want the head to tilt back when we do that. We want it to stay on straight. Okay, with our head drawing back, turn the head to the right, chin stays parallel to the floor, and then back to center, turn your head to the left. This is the eavesdropping pose, eavesdropping asana. So when you go out to a restaurant and you hear an interesting conversation, you can turn your head more easily to see who's involved in that interesting conversation. That's a joke. I'm not promoting eavesdropping. All right, good stuff. Shrug when your head's on center, shrug and roll the shoulders. Big circles as you can do. Let's do one more neck mobility. Tuck the chin to center. Imagine you'll draw a circle now with the chin, a big circle. The starting and ending point is when the chin is at the center of the chest. Let's do 5 times in one direction, nice and slow. And then 5 times in the other direction. I'm on my last one, circling the chin, nice and slow. When you get to the chest, change the direction. This is called Upa Yoga, the sequence of working the major joints. Shoulders, neck, wrists, waist, hips, knees, and ankles. Let's go one more time in this direction. I love the Upa Yoga sequence. Head on straight, press it into your pillow a little bit, interlace the fingers together, elbows are shoulder width, and the thumbs are close to the chest. This is inhale. Let's hinge at the hips like we're a teeter-totter. And we're not rounding, we're hinging at the hips. The inhale is when we're upright. The exhale, we push the hands away as we hinge. Inhale upright, use your tummy muscles to lift and lower with control. Inhale up, exhale, press away. Inhale up, exhale, press away. I find when I'm doing my Upa yoga regularly, my joint work, I find it so much more pleasant to get out of the bed in the morning. I can put my pants on more easily. All right, one more. And release, shake it out. Good. Awesome. Arms in front. Fingers are closed, so there are no spaces between the thumbs and fingers. Sit up nice and tall, engage the belly. All of this work is coming from the muscles around the waist and the belly. Spin to the right, using your belly muscles. There'll be a stopping point, and then come back to center, spin to the left. And we go slow to find the range of motion where we're really challenging these postural muscles, our core muscles. They're holding us up tall and they're twisting us as well. Lots of core strength. And then smooth it out so there's really no end or beginning. Awesome. Hands on the lap. Pinch your first finger and thumb together. Reach one arm forward, one elbow back, and then switch sides. So now they're like, it's like jogging arms. And we're reaching to the diagonal, the opposite side. Still sitting up really tall. It's as if there's a rope tied to the top of our head, and it's keeping us up like we're a marionette. Okay, we can add the feet by lifting opposite heel. Or if you want to get super fancy and show off to your roommate, maybe kick the opposite leg. Please don't try to touch that toe. Most of us have to round over and our back won't be happy with that. All right, let's come to a pause from that twist and notice what we're feeling. Notice what you can notice. Let's take a deeper twist by putting the left hand on the right leg and the right hand holds the chair seat. Somewhere behind the right hip, somewhere low. Sit up nice and tall. The belly softens to the right, the ribs right, shoulders right, and the head can turn right. Our neck is nice and warm. Our neck muscle. So how far behind you can you see? Breathe. Release the hands, release the twist. Before we twist to the other side, take a couple cat and cow, arching and rounding. Notice the sit bones as you roll your pelvis forward and back. You're rolling to the front edges of the sit bones and the back edges. These are sit bones awareness when we're sitting is super important. It's a really nice thing to be aware of whenever we sit, no matter where we sit. Where are our sit bones connected? And ideally, when we're sitting for long periods of time, we want them right in the center, not so far forward and definitely not on the back where our pelvis is tucked. We want to be right on the very center bottoms of them. Right arm to the left leg, left hand holds behind. Sit nice and tall, breathe in, find length on inhale. Exhale, the belly twists to the left, and then the rib cage rotates, the shoulders, and the eyeballs. Eyeballs looking somewhere behind you. Hopefully you're not seeing a cobweb like I'm seeing. Breathe. Lots of cobwebs this time of year. Holy moly. I'm swiffing and sweeping and dusting all the time. One more breath. Release the twist. Come on back to center, seated mountain. And now we will go to our hips. Oh no, we gotta do shoulders. No, let's do our hips and we'll come back to shoulders. Hopefully I remember. Walk your feet so they're touching, the inner feet are touching. Let the knees drop open and then squeeze the knees shut. Drop open, squeeze shut. Pay attention to your sitting bones. Feel like you're on the center bottoms of them. The pelvis is lifted and neutral. Extending that lifted and neutral through the top of head. And now we notice our hips as our knees are all the way open and all the way closed. What's going on in our hips? Always going back to what we're feeling in the body. And doing our best to be as objective as possible. It's sometimes very challenging to be objective about what's happening in our body, but we're more likely to listen to it when we're objective. Okay, walk the feet apart now and just small little windshield flapping the knees in and out, in and out. Okay, hinge forward, pick up the right thigh and circle it. And then change directions. Set that leg down. Notice how that leg hip feels. Hinge forward, pick up left thigh and circle it. Slow is good. Big is good. As slow and as big a circle as your arms and legs can handle. Change directions. Snap, crackle, pop. My left side is so much noisier than my right side. All right, set that foot down and go back to flapping knees in and out with feet apart. Maybe it feels different. Maybe it's hard to tell. It's definitely more lubricated, whether we can feel it or not. And then walk the feet together, flap the knees in and out with feet together, and slow it down again, slow it down. Okay, a little bit of inner outer thigh strengthening. Feet are hip bone distance apart. Knees are 2 fist width. So put 2 fists lined up shoulder to they're lined up side by side. Another option, if you have a block, is to use the middle width of the block. That's about 2 fist widths for an average person. And we squeeze in, squeeze your fist or the block, squeeze in. And then let it go. Put your hands on the outside of the lower thighs and press out and resist. Press out and resist. And then let that go, relax. Switch to your fist or block between the knees and squeeze in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And keep going back and forth. We're pressing the feet down as well. Press the feet down into the floor and squeeze those knees open. Release those actions. Press the feet down. Squeeze the knees closed. You can do this with nothing between your knees too. That's something you want to play with. Sometimes a pillow is really nice. A rolled up bath towel can work. Let's do one more inside, squeezing in. AD, adducting, and then one more pressing outward, abducting, AB abducting, and release. Shake it out. Shake your bones, shimmy and shake. Okay, commercial break for the lymph. Let's bounce and shake, bounce and shake. Bounce your shoulder bones, your hand bones, arm bones, leg bones, rib bones. Wiggle your eyebrows. Shake as much as you could possibly shake. Keep shaking, keep shaking. Keep going. And then pause and stillness. Does it feel like you're shaking still? Maybe you are a little bit. Awesome. Pinch your fingers together, but they're gentle. You're not pressing to get white fingernails. We're just touching all 5 fingers together. Set them on your shoulders. Elbows in front of you towards the middle, and draw a big circle with the elbows. It doesn't matter what direction, because we will change directions. And then change directions. Before we finish our circles with our elbows, pay attention to the final few passes when the elbows are behind us, the back part of the circle. When our shoulder blades are pressing into one another towards the spine, strengthening that muscle that often helps with hunching over. All right, release the hands down, shake it out. Place the left hand on the lap and swing the right hand forward and back. If there's a hand rest in your way of the chair, lean over and try to find clear space to do it. And we can add to this. We can add a bigger swing or stay with the low swing. We can add it into a big circle. If you decide to circle, change directions. If you're just swinging, keep swinging and play with different sizes of your swing. A baby swing, a big swing, medium swing, switch it up. Do it randomly. All right, let's pause on right side and notice the right arm, the right shoulder. Take a breath for the right shoulder and then begin to swing the left arm. Find just clearance, find what you can do. If there's no clearance, a bent elbow, and you can still swing from the shoulder joint. Play with the sizes of the swing. Medium, small, maybe all the way around. This shoulder might be very different. Our shoulders may look the same, but they often are not the same from side to side. If you're taking a whole circle, go the other way, please. All right. And then rest the hand on the lap. Good. Let's work on the ankles. So look at your feet. Sit up nice and tall. Lift one heel and then the other. Rolling onto the ball of the foot. If you like to use a strap under the heel and lift the strap, that's fine. That's fine. If there's a foot that's not cooperating, 1 or 2, imagine Lifting your heel so high you can slip it into a stiletto heel shoe. Awesome. Both feet flat on the floor. Let's curl the right toes like we're trying to pick up a tissue with our foot. Curl the right toes, lift the foot off the floor, lift the tissue up just an inch or so, let the tissue go, release the toes, stretch the toes, set the foot back down. So there's a few steps here. Play with it, imagine it, see what can happen. Curl the toes in to pick up that tissue, lift it up off the ground, let it go, set the foot down. In in-person classes, we do this with a little hand towel. Tissues are really hard to pick up because they're so thin. So we get a hand towel or a washcloth with that texture and play with the washcloth using our feet, underneath our feet. So that's something you may want to play with while you're watching the Tigers game or Wheel of Fortune. Okay, let that foot rest. And then we'll go to the other side, left foot, if you were working on the right foot. Curl the toes, pick up the tissue, let it go, lower the foot. And keep going. Slow and intentional. Slow and mindfully. This is hard work. You're going to be rewarded with this hard walk with some yummy sun salutations coming up. All right, awesome. Set that foot down. Notice what you're feeling physically, mentally. Let's rub the thighs briskly. Rub them like you're cold and you're trying to make heat on your thighs. And then hinge forward, rub the upper outer shin. The upper outer shin, you're gonna feel a knob. It's below the knee. And there's a knob there. Find that knob. And then the fingertips slide down about an inch below the knob. You'll feel a little divot. Press it in and massage there. If you're using 2, 3, 4 fingers, you're hitting it. We find the knob, slide down. There's a little indentation. Rub there. Rub a dub dub. Great acupressure point. So good. If it's sensitive for you, you're not alone. Keep returning there. And if your hands get tired, which is, expected, use a tennis ball. Place a tennis ball there and roll it with a flat hand. You can use a tennis ball for lots of things. Self-massage is great. Put it on your thighs and roll it around. Your chest is wonderful. Okay, time for sun salutes. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, reach out or up. Exhale, hands to the lap, hinge forward. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, hinge more forward. Lower. The head can drop. The arms can drop. If you decide to drop the head and arms down, it's called sleeping ragdoll. Maybe roll the head a little bit to relax the neck more. Hands walk up to the lap, push into your lap, torso comes up part way. We're leaning forward about 45 degrees, engage the belly, hands up in front of the shoulders, squeeze the elbows back. This is called Cobra, Bhujangasana. Spread through the fingers, reach the chest forward as you press the elbows back. Smile, smiling cobra. Breathe in deeply. On the exhale, push your hands away as you sit upright. It's like a push-up. Let's do a couple more of those. Hinge forward, bend the elbows, chest reaches forward, squeeze the elbows back. Strong arms, resistance. And then push away. At the end, when your arms are straighter, do a little like you're locking the elbows. Let's keep going with our push-ups. Pretend we're doing push-ups at a wall with a little squeeze. When our elbows are mostly bent, squeeze them back. And when our elbows are mostly straight in, a little One more. Good job. Good job. I feel this in my triceps. I said one more, but I'm doing 3 more. Okay, shake it out. Sun salute number 2. We'll add a side bend. Inhale, reach up or out. Exhale, side bend. Half moon, up to center. Half moon, other side. Your hands can be on your shoulders, your waist. They don't have to be up high. Come to center. Hinge forward. Support with the hands on lap. Lengthen and hinge more forward. Maybe into sleeping ragdoll. If you are in sleeping ragdoll, take the hands, hold where they can hold, somewhere on the legs. Some people like to wrap their arms under their thighs and the hands are holding each other. So you're holding your hands under your lap, or each hand is holding a leg. Inhale, exhale. This just adds a little more gentle pull to the forward fold. Please don't force it. Press the hands into the lap now. Come up halfway for smiling cobra. Setting up for smiling cobra. We're leaning forward, looking over the cliff. Tone the belly. Roll the shoulders back. Hands float up in front of shoulders. Squeeze the elbows back. And we won't do push-ups this time. If you want to, please do. They're good for us. Strong arms. Settle the shoulders down, squeeze the elbows back, zip up the belly, tone the belly, breathe. And then when you exhale, push yourself upright. Hands to lap. Let's twist to the right, left hand to right leg, twisting the body to the right. And then release. Right hand to left leg, twist the body to the left. Please make sure you have a nice, tall, lengthened posture. Release, back to center. Anjali Mudra hands, thumb to the chest, sit up nice and tall. Let's twist without the arms now. We're using our torso strength only. Let's twist to the right. The thumbs stay glued to the chest. Come on back to center and twist to the left. Come on back to center. Big inhale, sweep the arms up. Look up. Exhale, hands to lap, hinge forward. Lengthen, hinge more forward. One breath. 2 breath. 3rd breath. Place the hands on the lap. Instead of coming up to cobra, we're going to do a spinal roll up this time. Pull the belly in. and around the spine as it slowly comes up and restacks, coming up to an upright position. Your head and shoulders will line up last. Pause in seated mountain. Tuck the chin. We're going to roll down the same way we just came up, but the opposite. Roll down, pull the belly back, shoulders roll forward. We're rolling down, 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 down. Curling up. And then pulling belly in and rounding up, 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 up. Slide the hands to the backs of your hips. The heel of the hand is at the small of the waist, the small of the back. The fingers are pointing down, like we're sliding them into jean pockets. Roll the shoulders back, point the elbows back. Point them back and down. Tone the belly, the front of the belly. Tone it up. And then curl the chest up. Curl the chest and the eyes can float up. Keep the elbows actively reaching back. Breathe, breathe, breathe. This is a camel pose, Ustrasana. It's a very powerful back bend. Breathe, lift the chest, lift the chest, lift the chest. Release, release, shake it out. All right, let's do some dancing. So we're going to put, from seated mountain, we're going to point the right toe forward to the side and back. We're making a triangle. Top of the triangle, other corner, third corner. Switching legs. We need some polka music. Even though this isn't the polka, but we can move into the polka. Find your speed. If you want to add the hand, do the same thing. Tapping the invisible corners of the triangle. Or tracing the hand in the same pattern as the foot. Let's do one more time each side. Take your time. And now we will look at our feet. They're parallel. We are going to do our best to keep them parallel. Pivot on our heels so our toes pivot to the right. And then pivot on the ball of the foot. Heels pivot to the right. So our feet are staying as parallel as possible. Then we return. Heels left, toes right, heels right. So we have to channel the Olympic downhill skier paralleling down the mountain in the beautiful white snow. Shush, shush, shush. They're shushing. I think this is called shushing. Something like that. All right. Back to feet straight forward. Pause. Clear slate. Erase the slate. Now we're going to do something similar, but not. We're going to do something symmetrical. So toes out, pivoting on the heels, and then heels out. So we're heel toeing out and in. Heels in, toes out, heels out. Do your best. See what's happening in this moment. We're visualizing that zigzag pattern, our feet. We can visualize our feet making it. Maybe one makes it better than the other. It's all about planting the seeds of new neural connections. All right, shake it out, shake it out. Loosey-goosey, shimmy and shake, breathe. All right, let's do a warrior pose with triangle. Let's combine 3 standing postures, but we will be on our chair, which they're felt more deeply on the chair. So know that if you want to stand and do them, be my guest, use the chair for balance if you wish. But these warrior poses are felt more deeply from the chair because our hips are lower typically. Okay, so let's start with the right foot forward. Pick up your right leg and set it off to the right. We'll start in warrior 2. Warrior 2 to the right. Sit up nice and tall. Some of you may be able to heel toe the left leg straighter and towards the left, lengthening towards the left. I cannot do that for my hip. My hip does not work that way. So I keep my leg bent in the seated mountain position. Find a bent left leg or a straightened left leg off to the left that works for your hip. It's best if the foot remains flat and pointing forward. All right, now sit up nice and tall, turn the body to the left and arms out to T. The right arm is probably somewhere over the right leg. Turn your head to the right, roll the shoulders back, palms flip up. Push the feet down and squeeze the knees open of whatever legs are bent. For sure the right leg, press it down and squeeze it open, contracting the outer hip. Breathe. Warrior 2. Shift the rib cage to the right. The whole upper body shifting to the right. Shift, shift, shift. And then set the right arm down on the lap. Left hand to the hip. Roll the left shoulder back and let the head float looking up or forward, whatever feels better on the neck. Press the feet down, squeeze the legs open. It might be easier to squeeze that knee open now that our elbow can help. Breathe. Engage the belly, lift the torso up, even though it's leaning over. Lift it up out of the lap, and maybe that right arm straightens inside the leg. So we're not leaning on it anymore. We're using our tummy muscles to hold the posture up into side angle, and now we're going to triangle, maybe reaching up with the left arm. If that bothers your shoulder, keep it on the hip or touch the shoulder with the hands. Breathe. Use your belly muscles. Breathe. Good. Teeter-totter back up to warrior 2 with the torso. Take that left hand and draw it across the body to meet the right hand. And the hips are going to look right now, and the left knee is closing as well with the left arm. So now everything's looking to the right. Hold the chair seat with the right hand and encourage the left foot to step back. The knee is pointing down, the left foot stepping back. The toes can be curled under, or we can be on the top of the foot. It doesn't matter. Left hand to the hip. The left hand on the hip encourages the left hip to drop a little bit and wrap forward a little bit. Press the right foot down and sit tall. Breathe. Maybe left arm reaches up. Breathe. Point that left knee down as the left hand reaches up. Big stretch in the front hip flexor. Crescent warrior. Hand returns to the hip if it's not already there. And then the hand can help the left leg find the floor again with the foot. Let's go back to the middle of our chair, seated mountain. Our home base. Take a breath. That was a lot. That's a lot of postures in that flow. Please know that if one felt great and the other two are like, what the heck? That's perfectly normal. These are all options. It's your practice, your body. Your body gets to decide the practice. We don't even get to decide. It's our body. Yoga is all about letting the ego go. Lift the left leg up and set it off to the side. Here we are, side 2 with the left foot. This is called left foot forward, even though it's to the side. The right leg can stay right where it is, or it can heel toe to the right, straighter. And I don't have the anatomy of my hips to do that, but many people can. So maybe the right leg is straight off to the right and the toes are pointed forward, maybe not. Maybe it's bent like mine. Sit up nice and tall. Rotate the torso more right, so it's looking more to the right leg. Arms out to T, roll the shoulders back, flip the palms up. Turn the head to the left. Strong arms, like you got bowling balls in each hand. Strong, lifted, lengthened arms. Press the feet down, strong legs. Make footprints on the floor. Press the feet down, squeeze the knees open, contracting the outer hips, outer thighs. Our abductors. Breathe. We're pressing down, squeezing open, and we're holding our bowling balls in warrior 2. Breathe. Shift to the left, shift the upper body to the left, shift, shift, shift. Lower the left hand down, reach the right arm up, or it can be on the shoulder, or it can be on the waist. Wherever it is, return your awareness to the feet, pressing down and the knees squeezing open. Engage the belly, maybe the left arm straightens inside the leg. You can keep your left arm on the leg if you need that support, for sure. Challenge the core muscles, zip that belly up, squeeze those core muscles. Maybe you can lean on the leg less. Breathe. Triangle, Trikonasana. Very good pose. Good. We're going to teeter-totter the upper body back up to T shape, warrior 2. Sweep the right arm to join the left arm across the body, and the right leg can do the same, together or separately. Your body will decide. And then the left hand holds the chair seat to the left down low, right hand on the hip. We wiggle the right foot behind us somewhere. We basically want the right knee to be pointing more downward. It may point straight down, it may point straight down and forward a bit, it may point straight down and behind us a bit. There's a big range of where our right knee will be pointing. It does not matter. The toes can be curled under on the right foot, or we can be flat on the top of the foot. The foundation is the left foot, that stays flat. Hand to the right hip, guides the hip to lower and raft forward just a tiny bit. Breathe, sit tall. Feel your grounding down through the left sit bone, the left foot. Maybe reach up with the right arm. Awesome. Right arm returns to the hip, maybe to the pant leg and the leg to help the right leg get back situated to our seated mountain. Oh my goodness, where did the time go? Okay. Well, that makes sense, because I'm reviewing what we did, and we did a lot in this last hour. Holy moly. Give yourself a pat on the back. Say thank you and fill in your name. Thank you, Mandy, for all that you did for me today in the last hour. Thank yourself. Okay, let's sit back on the chair. If you have a footstool or a second chair or a block or two, put your feet up on that. Elevate your feet. If you have something to elevate them on, if not, no worries. Don't worry, be happy. That's easier said than done, not to worry, isn't it? All right, take a deep breath in. Sigh out the mouth, let it all go. 2 more times. I want to hear a really loud, disgusting, rude sigh. Breathe in. Like this is the most boring thing I've ever done. That kind of sigh. Don't worry, I can't hear you. I won't be offended. All right, the eyes can drift close, or the gaze can be down past the tip of your nose. Wiggle the eyebrows to encourage softening in the forehead. And then the eyebrows just settle down. Let's open the mouth, stretch the mouth open really wide till you feel your skin on your lips stretching. And with this really wide open mouth, upper lip, top lip stretching, stick the tongue out as far as you can. Don't worry, I won't take a screenshot. And you better not either. And then release the tongue back into the mouth. Allow the mouth to close gently. Let's shrug the shoulders up to the ears, shrug, 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 and then roll them back and let them settle down. Squeeze the hands, make a really tight fist, squeeze, 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 and then relax the hands open. Squeeze the buttocks, engage the legs and the buttocks, squeeze, 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 and then let that go. That may be enough and for you to feel relaxed for Shavasana. If you need more, squeeze everything. The mouth, the nose, the eyes, the hands, the shoulders, the stomach. Squeeze everything. Take a deep breath in, squeeze, 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 clench, 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 and then exhale, let it all go. And we find ourselves on our chair in Shavasana, the final resting posture. Breath returning to natural rhythm if it's not already there. Let's use the mantra, let go. Gentle whisper thought of let on the inhale, go on the exhale. Let go. So good. It's mantra meditation. It can be done for 5 seconds. It can be done for an hour. Now visualize a ball of green shimmering light tucked into your chest. All shades of green, bright, dark, in between, sparkles, sparkling light. Beautiful ball of green light. Without changing the breath, envision this ball of light grow on the inhale. And our exhale spreads the spark, spreads the light, spreading it out into all the nooks and crannies of our being. Muscles, the nerves, blood vessels, organs, the bones, and all the spaces in between. Filling up beautiful sparks of green lights. And we are more space. Right, very nice. You can stay here as long as you wish. You don't ever have to come out of Shavasana for a Zoom class. You can take all the time you need. But when you do, please reawaken the body and the mind slowly, mindfully moving fingers and toes first. Increasing the movement little by little. Finding a stretch with a deeper breath. Eventually fluttering the eyes open with a soft gaze. Gazing with new eyes. Palms together, thumbs to the heart. May we be well. May we be joyful. May we live at peace. With so much gratitude in my heart for allowing me to teach today, welcoming me to the class. Namaste. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody.
Great job.